Okay.
You can.
We are back with part 2 of our Q&A. So we'll get straight into it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Turn on the reading.
Good luck.
Do you struggle with cancellations?
We do struggle with cancellations. It depends on the day, on the month, really.
Yeah.
It changes all the time.
For us.
Yeah.
I think it can be the case in a lot of businesses, really.
Yeah.
Well, we've done a podcast.
I think everyone suffers with cancellations, so you wouldn't be the only one.
One way or another,
Yeah. Like restaurants suffer with cancellations all the time, don't they? And that's why you want to have the preventative measures in place, like your cancellation fee, like card capture, just to like look after yourself, make sure
and also, I guess
you're secure.
As the years go on, you can kind of see a little bit of a pattern. So like for us in our industry, we know that like when it's
Hot.
days,
we
get the cancellations because no one wants to be led on a bed being
touched
by another hot person. So it's stuff like that, and then I guess you can kind of like prepare yourself for those months.
In advance,
exactly.
You're gonna have highs and lows.
We've done a is it one or two episodes even?
We've definitely touched on it a few times.
So
our main thing is just use the time. If you get a cancellation, just use the time. Post on social media, do a reel, tidy your space, clean.
Yeah, make use of it.
There's always stuff to do. Like, you just have to look around you. You know? No, like, if you look around the space, there's always space.
Of course there is. Yeah.
I just think, you could always clean the skating boards.
We did that the other day.
Did you?
Mm. Well, I say we, Hannah. Obviously.
She's so good. And I can imagine she would have just stormed through that as well.
Hannah just does everything.
She's actually
I actually told her off the other day because she keeps making my bed. I said, Hannah, you don't need to make my bed for me. Like, I can do it.
And she said, I've only done da-da-da, but I've left everything else or something.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest. But yeah, she's like, I said to her, you're like a little pixie. Like, I turn away and then I look back and it's all done.
I know. She made me cry the other day because she went, I know I say it all the time, but I'm really grateful that I'm here. And I said, Hannah, I'm grateful that you're here too.
If any of you have had the chance to be with her, you'll know.
Yeah, she's so
just
lovely.
The sweetest. We need to get her on.
Yeah.
We will get her
on. We're going to
ask
her. She listens to the podcast, so...
Hi, Hannah.
Yeah. If you hear this, you might be on next week. I think she'll like it.
Yeah.
It'll be a whole different opinion as well.
Yeah.
We'll see. If you don't see her on, she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And you're stuck with me and Amy.
No,
but
I
actually,
think she will.
Just to break this up, if there is anyone that you'd like for us to kind of have on the podcast, then let us know.
Other people in this maybe side of industry, but who...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or complementary industries. I have a couple of people in mind. But yeah, I think as it gets into this like later part of the year, it's going to maybe be tricky, but we'll have to see.
And also let us know if there's anything you...
want us to cover.
Yeah, like a full topic, not necessarily maybe a question, but just a topic. I don't know.
Yeah. Our DMs are always open.
Oh!
Have you deleted them all?
No, I've just tapped on the one and then I don't know where it's gone. Would it have been the last one that I tapped on? Wait.
No, it would just be wherever it was in the thing.
No, wait, now where's that come from? Is that from before?
Yeah. Oh, you're near the bottom.
Wait, so I just tapped, I think like here? No.
Yeah, you did.
No, it was another one.
Oh, no, done that.
No, I'm so sorry, guys. How is this happening?
Just now, if you've sent a question and we've missed it, Amy's messed up there.
I've messed up. Oh, no, I found it.
Oh, okay.
How many skincare brands do you use in your facials and do you stock in retail? Why did you choose them?
We work with a brand called Medicate.
That's our main one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's our facial
facials.
brand. That's the only facial brand. Oh no, I was going to say that would be a lie.
Yeah.
That is the main facial brand that we use. We use another company for facial oils only. But Medik8, I brought them on back when I was at my old salon, so quite a while ago now, but they're a really safe range and the price point on them is really good for our clients to buy the products and to like be able to do the skincare routine at home. I find the products are like good results. They're good results with a good price point and they're just lovely products. They're also, I keep umming a lot, but
I think they're
also quite safe.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think they're a really good line to use or brand to use because I don't think we've really ever, or maybe, no, I don't, we have like one person maybe, but we don't know if it was the Medik8. But like we've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients. We've been here for not for so long, but for like a decent amount of time. And I can't really say that we've ever had really any problems with it.
The only one we've had, I would say we've had a couple cases, but with the facial oil.
Yeah.
That is what I take it down to because it has got essential oils in and it can be more sensitive to the skin.
And that's where I hesitated because I was like, I don't actually know if that was from the Medik8.
But in the Medik8, the range I was using before, I was using Medik8 and then I was using more of a natural range. And they had, although their products were all natural, they had this retinol mask, bioretinol mask, and I would have a few people like have sensitivity to that, and it was like a natural range retinol, so it was kind of unexpected, but I no longer use that range now, but we use Medik8. I do think about changing it maybe in the future because it has been like over 4 years.
Yeah.
But
it's a very good.
But I like it. I like using it myself. Our clients like it. The only thing that it is a pharmaceutical brand and we are quite an holistic space, so that is the only thing that I would maybe go into one that's a bit more like holistic background.
Why did you choose them? This is just part of the question. Why did you choose them initially? Like what drew you to them? Like why did you jump for that brand?
I think I've seen a few other facialists using the brand, and when I started at my previous salon I was only going to do massage and reflex, and then I had this lady, she was like a client of the salon and she said she wanted to book a facial and I wasn't offering facials, but I said yes, and I just bought all these facial products, but not from Medik8. And then I was like, no, people want facials. I need to like kind of up what I'm using. The only thing I'd say is when you're finding like a brand you're going to work with, it is expensive. Like some of the bigger brands, or even some of the stages with Medik8, you're looking at like $3,000 sign-ups, $5,000 sign-ups worth of products, which is really expensive. Especially if you're like a one-man band or smaller business, or
I remember
just
when you went
up
into it with Medik8 and you were like, oh my gosh.
It's very hard in the beginning. I also think, yes, you can get it on a cheaper price, as in like a wholesale like price point, but I don't know if it's always worth it, because with Medik8, with a lot of brands, they want to send you all the retail products. Now, we don't do retail here in our facial products. What was the question that said about the retail?
That was part of it.
Do we offer retail?
Do we stock it in like
retail? We personally don't, because one, it's money on shelves, but on the other hand, it's also good when you sell it because you are making extra money. But having like a product brand before where we did wholesale, seeing it from the other side, you do make money, but it's like you'll buy, say, this cleanser in for, I don't know, £20, and the retail cost is £40. You do still make the £20, but I think sometimes people get tricked that they're making the £40. You actually already spent the £20 to buy it, so you're making the 20.
Yeah,
it's very I just kind of think there's nothing wrong with just buying some products and using the products. If you're a trained therapist, like there's nothing that stops you from doing that and using it and being insured on it. There's some facialists that don't use any brands and I think like isn't affiliated to one brand.
Yeah, they just use
and I think it's quite nice actually, because then in all honesty, not one brand will have all the best products, in my personal opinion.
And even if the brand does, like, even if all of the products are great, there will be other brands that have a different product that they don't have or something. So it's nice to add in what you feel you're missing.
When I seen this lady doing it, I was like, yeah, that makes so much sense, because you do want, like, my home skincare bag is not all just Medik8. It's like a whole range of things. So it's like using a bit of everything that you like.
Yeah.
I think it's quite nice, because it's nice using one brand so it's just uniform, but also they're not going to have the best products in each of their ranges. But I like them.
Yeah.
I like them for now.
It's a good brand, yeah.
Yeah, but just do your research and see what aligns with you.
Hey! Exclamation
Hey.
mark. Thinking of getting a hydrodermabrasion machine. Is it worth it?
Hydrodermabrasion. So hydrofacial, we really like the facial. We're only smiling because the machine broke on us.
Multiple times.
It's broke on us, yeah. So I don't even remember we replaced it, but we had it for 2 months and it's broken again. So
And it was a new machine. It wasn't like it was an old one fixed.
yeah, we couldn't get the last one repaired. So because that model had finished, so although it was just the screen and a hairline fracture, we could get it repaired, but it would cost the same as getting a whole new machine. And the machines aren't cheap. They're worth it because it is one of our like most popular facials. For us personally here, I just felt like I debated about getting it again anyway, because it is our most advanced facial, but we are like, I'd say our main bag is massage. And I love our massage facials and doing like it more that way and staying more holistic. It was nice to have that facial.
And I will say that people did really love it. Like, no negatives.
And it was good results.
Yeah, like no negatives with it. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like having them done, and I really enjoyed doing them.
Yeah.
I think they're quite satisfying. But yeah,
the machine is very temperamental.
I think having to rely on a machine, whereas like now we just rely on our hands.
And that's the only thing is like our first machine is like once you get the handle of it, it's fine.
Yeah.
The second machine, like the pressure of the hydrodermabrasion was going crazy.
Yeah. So like before it was like a really steady flow and it was so nice, and then it started acting up, and then that's when obviously we tried to get it sorted, got the new one in, and the flow was just like it was like so intense, and then you'd be like,
you had to really find
oh my gosh, and you'd have to really
point.
like make sure you removed it from the skin gently, because the suction was so intense, and then you'd have to like be trying to fiddle around trying to get the right level of suction so that it wasn't so intense, and it was just a bit too much of a faff. I think in our space that's quite like we try and keep the treatments like as quiet as possible for the client. Obviously the hydro machine's noisy, but like aside from the actual noise of the suction, we try and keep everything else as quiet as possible. So then having to like faff around with like twisting all the dials and things like that,
it was a whole different treatment than what we do with everything else. And that's not the reason it broke the second time. The screen just again stopped working, and I think it's a mixture of us using products, touching the screen, trying to press the screen. Maybe we've cracked the screen again, but the company won't respond to me. So we don't.
So yeah, I guess the long short of it is it's a really, really great treatment. You get amazing results. It's satisfying to do, it's satisfying to have, but for what we're doing, obviously this is like your decision, but from what I understand, it's rather stay the more holistic side. But that doesn't mean to say it's not a good treatment.
It definitely is a lovely treatment, and people definitely want the treatment. There's demand for it,
and we did still have a lot of people asking for it, so
it was one of our it was like definitely top 5 treatment of ours. I won't say it won't ever come back, but at the moment it just doesn't really align with what we're doing. And I just don't want something that breaks again, really.
I was going to say, I almost feel a bit like sour towards it. Cause
I
I feel like it always first broke on me, and I was like, hello.
Yeah, Amy would message me panicking.
In the middle of treatment, which is obviously not ideal, but I'd be like, excuse me, what is happening?
And it was a bit, even when I first got the machine, it actually took ages to start working because it is just that bit like fiddly. But yeah, it's up to you. If it aligns with what you're doing, then it's a lovely treatment to have.
Yeah, just do a research on which machine you go for.
Bow to your belts.
Yeah, and I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was nice, and it did break the treatments up for us because it was just a whole different level, really. It was nice. So yeah, have a little look. I did a course in Portishead for that.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love coming to the studio. Wish I could join the team. Would you hire again soon? Who is this?
At the moment, we are kind of working at full capacity, I would say. We only have 2 treatment rooms here, and we have like me, Amy, Samantha and Hannah all doing treatments. So we're closed on Sundays. That's a potential option, is open on Sundays, but I wouldn't want the girls to work Sundays. We already work Saturdays. It would be more like finding a Sunday person or 2 Sunday people. But also it's like, for me, if we open a Sunday, then I personally think it's like family days. It's a nice day at home. But then on the other hand, I could imagine going for a treatment on a Sunday and it being really nice. But I also think, although I do like a lot of our like admin work on a Sunday, it also means that I feel like I personally have to be more switched on and available to come in if anything happens, or if someone's ill or something. So at the moment, I wouldn't say we are like looking. But
I think always pop your CV in.
Always send us your CV because it's nice to have. It's nice to know someone's interested, and if a position does come up, like obviously I guess the last time we filmed this, we had a slightly different team. So we've got the 2 new team members, Samantha and Hannah now. Although Hannah's been here 2 months and Sam has been here a week now. Things can change and we can't always predict what's going to happen. So always send your CV. It's always good to know what you're looking for. And if you're the right fit, that's the main thing.
Okay. We're almost there. Okay. I'm scared to book in a consultancy call in case it's not the right topic to discuss. ...
That's it?
Yeah. Just ...
we can discuss any topic. I love a good chat. But really, it's whatever you feel like you need to discuss or talk about, that's what the call can be about. It's not just... it's obviously more business related, but if it's just kind of more general advice in the industry or you have some questions or qualms, then if it's something like that, then send a question to the page and we can answer it on the podcast. But if it's something where you want to speak about it more personally, then just book the call, and we can talk about anything. There is no rules or regulations.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's nice that you have another earring
again. Just the back of it.
This is the 4th time Megan's earring has fallen out.
Yeah, I don't know where that's gone this time. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just saying, like, sometimes you have like a main question, but that main question might follow through with lots of little questions. So then it's nice to have that call because, I don't know, it's like it's just dedicated to you, and so you can ask all and anything in like a safe space without feeling. Sometimes it's quite hard to ask stuff in front of other.
And sometimes you feel like it's silly, but it's really, there is no silly questions. And beforehand, we'll send you like a kind of questionnaire form to fill out, so we'll have a basis of the conversation, so we know what we're kind of getting into.
Yeah.
But you don't need to have any like set things. If you just kind of want to have a chat about anything, then we can get into it on a personal level.
So, I'm gonna do one more.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
You're building the suspense.
Sorry, I have to read before I read out loud.
Okay. I can
That's
see
the silences. Do you ever get over what you do and would like to change job? Do you ever get over what you do and would like to change job?
Obviously I do love what I do with a lot of passion. I do love what I do and I have a lot of passion for it, and I think I can I can diversify a little bit of what I'm doing. Like, we're doing a bit of the podcast, it's a bit more of the creativity side. Like, I want to do a bit of the teaching, so we're doing the workshops. What else are we doing? Oh, the consultancy. Like, I love business. I love talking about business with anybody. So all those things I feel like I've wanted to do, but I can diversify. There's other little jobs that I look at and I think, that seems so fun. Just like
what?
Dog grooming.
Oh.
Interior design. I love interior design, but hopefully I can do something with that, like, in my own home. Maybe that will just fill that for me.
And in any potential future
space.
studios.
And I've had people ask me for help on, like, how they should paint their place or, like, decorate their place or whatnot.
I think with this, what you've created, there's so many, you're not just, well, not that anyone
Limited.
is just a massage therapist, I don't mean it like that, but, like, you're a massage therapist, like you said, you are an interior decorator, you've done that here, like, you've got all of these things, so it's not, I feel like day to day you are doing, like, a lot of different things, like, you're dealing with clients one minute, then you're dealing with your staff the next, you're, running around organising products, and then you're, I don't know, there's just so much you do, so I feel like,
it doesn't feel limited
anyway,
or restricted.
Yeah.
But there's definitely different things I look at that I think, oh, that would be interesting. Or a florist.
Yeah.
I think that would be quite fun. There's loads of interesting jobs. But I used to love, like, office and admin stuff as well, which I get to do a bit of now. So, yeah. What about you, Amy? Anything that's out of the industry? Or anything in, I guess?
Not really. I mean, I will never do any kind of office admin work. That is just not for me. So that's already written off.
That's done.
Yeah, I would.
Would you go back to hospitality?
No, that's what I was going to say, but it sounds just crazy. But I do miss that side of it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't lie about it. I do miss that side. I think in this industry, especially in what we do, it's funny because the things I love about it is also, like, kind of the opposite things that I miss in hospitality. So I love that it's so calm, and, like, I'm not that great at talking, so it's nice that, like, the treatments aren't always super chatty. Like, sometimes they are, obviously. Yeah, I don't know, but sometimes I just find it can be...
You don't want the pressure of having to speak sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I really love that about this, but then what I miss about restaurants is, like, the hustle and bustle. Like, it's so busy, and, like, you're saying... It just sounds complete opposite, but, like, you're saying, like, hello to everyone, and you're, like, running around, and, like, I really did love that line of work. Like, I know most people hate it, and I did definitely, like, it used to make me very anxious, and I used to, like, dread going into work, and I did want to get out of it, but then I look back and I'm like, I do miss that, like, running around, and the busyness of it, it's a different kind of busy. This is, like, you might have a full day, but your day still feels really, like quite, I don't want to say slow and steady, because it can be a lot, and at the end of the day you do feel exhausted. But I guess with this line of work, like, I'm quite stationary, and I'm very, like...
Or juggling multiple people at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and I think what I liked about restaurant is, like, you are talking to people, but it's not, like, you're not stood there talking for an hour to one person.
Yeah.
You're, like, you say hi a little bit here, then you move on to the next. Do you want this? Do you want that? I don't know. I just loved... I really did love it.
Yeah.
As much as I hated it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But that's okay to hate something, but still have, like, the love for bits of it as well.
But yeah, I just don't know. I've never really seen myself in any other line of work. Like, I used to say interior design, but I'm not creative enough for that. I like the idea of it, but I'm not creative enough for it. So, yeah, no.
There's no limits in this world.
I think I'll always be in beauty. I don't think I'll change.
Yeah.
It's a great industry.
Yeah. It is such a good industry.
There's so many things within it as well. Like, you know.
Yeah, and your path can change multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, look at you. You've gone sugar in.
Oh my gosh, I've done loads of different things.
Yeah.
I've trained in loads of different things, and I definitely don't do everything I've trained in. I've trained in some things and I've like not fully got myself going with it yet, and so then that could be a potential in the future once I do get myself going. Yeah. There's loads of things. I just think there's so many directions. You can always pick things
back up as well, like you said.
And as well, like you could be in something, you could do something within the industry for 10 years and then just be like, you could do brows for 10 years and then be like, oh, actually I want to do lashes.
Yeah.
It's still an industry, but it's a completely different...
Diversify a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think it's funny. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's all our questions.
We're done.
Fabulous. That means we're done for the day. Thank you for... Why
do I always do that?
Thank you for tuning into our podcast this week. If you enjoyed what you've seen, then make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, following all of our social media pages under Luxe Studio.
And also giving us a rating. We haven't said that for a while. Give us a rating, give us a comment, pop us a message.
Fabulous.
It's always lovely to hear.
And any questions, just send into our inbox at hello@luxeamore.com. Until next time, my name's Megan.
My name's Amy. We're checking out.
I
keep wanting to do. Peace up. We're checking out.
That's the wrong podcast.